playing the Go Second Spiral, and neither of them are from Australia.
Well, there you go. A lot of factors in that one, isn't there?
Yeah. So I'm sure you don't want to listen to us talk about it anymore. Let's get on over to the table and see what happens. Here we go. I feel like our timer is incorrect right now, but that's fine.
We are already 29 minutes into time, apparently. There we are.
What do you think about that, Exodia? He's got nothing to say.
No.
He's been watching over us.
Exodia the forbidden one.
Yeah.
Should be Exodia the limited to one. Not quite on the forbidden list.
Not quite there. Not quite powerful enough.
We're getting our first live die roll as well.
Yeah.
There we go. And Ryan has won the die roll, believe it or not.
Oh dear.
Ryan Millin wins the die roll, and obviously both of them choosing the Go Second build. We're assuming he's going to choose to go second.
Right. So it's all come down to this. We have two spirals. All of my choices for the winner are out.
And I picked Spirals at the start of the week, and here we are with an all Spiral main event in our finals.
Yeah. What do you? Who do you think is going to win? And don't say Ryan.
Okay, Spiral's going to win.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Anyway,
the US or New Zealand?
The US or New Zealand? Well, I think you picked Ryan Levine before for our other match against your UK brethren, so I think I've got to go with Ryan Millin from New Zealand for this
Okay,
one.
I'm going to stick with Ryan Levine.
Ryan Millin opening up with the resort. Ryan Levine with the cherries in hand, though. Not what you want to see.
No.
Certainly not. We've seen that cherries come into play a lot in these SPYRAL matchups this weekend.
So let's take a look at the opening hands here, these two players. So, yeah, Ryan Levine going first.
Alright, opening with the drone. Getting a quick look at what Ryan Levine has on the top of his deck.
And so, yeah, Ryan Levine starting Super Agent, Utility Wire, Resort, Ghost Ogre, and then Reaper. Similar story on the side of Ryan Millin. Started with Ghost Reaper and Winds Cherries, Terraforming, Super Agent, Foolish Brittle Goods, and Gofu. Starting to think that these hands are actually, yeah, the hands must be mixed up, so the opposite way around actually. So Levine has the Gofu and the Ghost Reaper. So that means this going first for Ryan Millin is actually pretty good because he's got the Utility Wire.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are playing fairly different builds as well. Ryan Levine's the one with the Jack Frost tech.
Yes. The Frosty Jack.
I'm hoping to see that.
And there it is right there. There is the cherries, not the Jack Frost. Not quite yet. Maybe not until game 2.
No.
And we're going to say goodbye to both of the SPYRAL double helix in Ryan's extra deck, 1 and 2. Ryan Levine also getting to check through and see what Ryan Millin has in store for him after that.
Yeah. So that suddenly puts the brakes on for Ryan Millin.
Certainly does. Had all the cards he needed to open what he wanted, but unfortunately the Winter Cherries again.
I think there's just been some attacks and that's it.
Ryan Millin setting 1 in his spell and trap zone. Maxi, Ghost Ogre, and Winter Cherries in hand. 3 hand traps.
Is there a Maxi? It
Yeah.
wasn't in his opening hand, he must have drawn it.
So he must have drawn the Maxi for turn. Maybe we're seeing Ib come out.
Yep, so that entire play of Ryan Millin's was shut down by that Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries.
Just shows how good a card Cherries has been this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been colossal.
It's been the make or break for the majority of our matchups in the Spiral side of things at the very least. Ryan Millin still with options though. Ryan Levine with the go-through. Ryan Millin may be able to get rid of the Decode Talker. Still having one in his own extra deck.
Yeah, it's hard to say exactly what he wants to go for.
So Ryan Levine here, activating his Foolish Burial Goods. Do we see the terraforming come next?
Yeah, that's difficult because now you're in a max C. What do you think? Do you think he's going to just stop there, or?
I think you can't afford to give your opponent too many cards, especially in the finals here.
Yeah.
I think he plays it safe, puts something on board to stop the next turn, and then carries on from there. He does have the terraforming for his resort, so he can save that for his next turn. I don't think Ryan Millin has anything to bring to get rid of that super agent. Yes, anyway, to clear his board for the next turn, the master plan, I should say.
Yeah, and Ryan Millin actually a much bigger advantage by having that Spiral resort. Yeah, likely that Ryan Levine is going to play the terraform and get the resort and at least go from there. Does he have any monsters in the grave though to keep its maintenance cost? I can't remember what was the first card that went. I don't think he does.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh no, of course he does. He's got the Ghost Reaper.
Ah. Ryan Levine communicating here with our judges, I believe.
Yeah.
Activate the Spiral, add the Spiral Resort, and activate it.
Yeah.
I think, do we see the Ghost Ogre here?
Possibly. Is there any reason to keep hold of it now? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
At least you can get that immediate advantage from it.
Obviously the deck order of Ryan Levine has changed after... Oh, so he has let him search for the resort. So Ryan Millin no longer knows what is next up for Ryan Levine.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know anyway after the first search. So yeah, both players in a bit of a... Oh, okay. I think Ryan Levine may just be going for it here. Ah, missed.
Must have called spell.
Is Ryan Levine just going to go here?
I think here with the tough he can clear off the resort.
Yeah, at the very least.
Does he have the cards to extend if he wants to?
Well, you can just go into double helix.
Oh, certainly can.
And then extend from there. Yeah, I'm gonna Ghost Ogre the tough. Yeah, actually, I think that was great for Ryan Levine. Now I think he can safely say that's great. He only special summoned once. I think if he'd have got the super agent, honestly, if he'd have got the super agent, I think he'd have gone for it. Absolutely.
I think so, yeah.
But because of the way that was actually really clever, the way that he played that out, he was able to play the super agent. If it resolved, then it gives his opponent a card, but he also gets that advantage of having super agent and can carry on.
I think the card he did draw was actually super agent anyway.
Yeah.
So not a lot he can do with that at the moment.
Ash Blossom, Josh Blossom, that's pretty strong. Ryan Millin here is stuck with just Ib at the moment because he's got only hand traps, of which just one of them is useful. So Ib is just by herself on the board here.
And Mayru just remain by herself into this turn.
Yeah.
Not sure there's much Ryan Millin can do this turn at the very least. Quickly weighing up his options.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there is none. I don't think he actually has any options.
So we've just got word that he called Trap in to not summon the card. He was trying not to summon his super agent.
Ah, that's even
to be able
more
to use
clever.
it for the effect of Tough to know for sure.
Yeah, that's clever. That would have been super awkward if it was right.
Especially with Ryan Millin only playing 3 traps in his deck.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been super,
very unlucky for Ryan Levine there.
Super duper awkward. Ryan Levine here. Breaker of boards.
Martial arts master.
It looks so he was easily able to recover from that Max C, and now he has one of his own. Yeah, so, yeah, wow. The execution here is just so good from Ryan Levine. He's been playing this deck so well from what we've seen on the live stream here.
It's not by chance that Ryan Levine is here in our final, that's for sure.
No.
Travelled a long way to go home early, so
Mm-hmm.
he's very happy with his performance today.
Yeah, so I'm calling Decode Talker. This is just such a overwhelming board for Ryan Levine here. Ryan Millin must be thinking, you know, how do I possibly come back here? He's played his one kind of playable hand trap right now. He's still got Ash, that's going to get played right now. And then that's going to be it. Ryan Millin's going to be left
with the master plan.
Yeah.
Not much you can do with that in hand.
No.
I believe Tough has 100 attack points more than the Ib, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it was on 19. But we've just had our third and fourth player. Just had our third and fourth player match, and Matthew came third, and Mark Key was fourth for the second year in a row.
Ryan Levine here in a very good position. Decides to bring out the Gaia Saber. And it looks like with that, Ryan Millin will go down in game 1 of our final to Ryan Levine.
Wow, that was actually an amazing set of plays through that maxi.
decided not to rush his play, and
Yeah.
it certainly worked out for him there.
A lesser player there would have just either, you know, done one extreme or the other, just passed and called it a day, or, you know, done the plays and gone for it.
Certainly a lot of smart plays there.
Yeah, Ryan Levine managed to make.
Utilizing the super agent, not
Yeah.
giving him the draw, but having a look so he could summon his tough and get the most out of that, getting rid of his resort.
Yeah.
Certainly a good
Very
play
clever.
there for Ryan Levine.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll see the Jack Frost come into the round 2?
I think so. I think so.
So we have
Some serious intensity going on between these two players.
playing to see who the greatest spy in the world is.
Yep.
Jason Bourne from the US, and with a quick Google search, did manage to find a spy from New Zealand.
You did?
I did. Nancy Wake, aka the White Mouse,
Okay.
spied for New Zealand in World War II.
There we go.
So a little bit of trivia for those watching at home. Only New Zealand spy I could find. It's probably a good thing. They probably don't want you to know they're spies.
Yeah.
So Ryan Levine now has sided, shuffling his deck ready for game 2. Big shout out to our tech team for all the great work they're doing this weekend. And a little appreciation from them as well.
So, reasonably quick match as far as the Spiral Mirror is concerned.
Yeah,
Just
certainly.
15 minutes.
Excited to see what happens here in game 2. Will we go to a round 3 of YCS Ryan, do we think?
Certainly going to have a Ryan champion.
And a Spiral champion.
Mm-hmm.
And a non-Australian champion.
Yeah. The first YCS was won by a non-Australian, though, wasn't it? It was won by Anders Koh from Singapore.
There you go.
I don't know about the second one, but then the third one was
We won last year. We had an All-Aussie final last year.
Yeah, Michael Duke versus Boran Temnik.
Both players we've seen featured this weekend.
Yeah. If Ryan Millin let Ryan Levine go first here, then I think bad things are going to happen, because Ryan Levine has Gofu
He's got
and Bottomless. He's got Bottomless
Wow.
and he's got Gofu.
cherries as well. And he's got...
Yeah, just going to set
set
Bottomless.
the floodgate.
Yeah, like,
What
doesn't.
also floodgate was it?
It's Bottomless.
It was bottomless.
Yeah. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to play Gofu because he doesn't want to get Winter Cherries, which is actually the correct play right now, because we can see from Ryan Millin's hand he does have it.
Ryan Millin opening there with the resort.
So let's take a look at their opening hands here. So Millin started with terraforming, as we saw, terraforming an extra resort, so 2 resorts. I think that's Rescue, and then Ash Blossom and Max C. So Max C again for Ryan Millin.
Unfortunately, Ryan Levine not willing to play into the empty board, fearing the cherries.
Yep, and Levine started Ash Blossom, Super Agent, Gofu, Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, and Bottomless Trackball.
So Ryan Millin adding the super agent, normal summoning the drone, having a look at what Ryan Levine has on the top of his deck.
Would you do the Lucky?
Would I play into the cherries?
Yep.
I don't think I would.
No?
We've seen what happens this weekend when you lose your Helix at the start of the game, and it doesn't usually end well. We have seen one player recover from it, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was Stephen Lau.
Yeah, I believe it was.
Stephen Lau just brushed it off.
Swiss winner.
Brushed it off and walked on.
It's like, it's alright, I've been here before and I'll do it again.
Yeah. I ran this race before. Get it? Run a race course?
Well, if it was a race course, you haven't seen a horse yet, have you?
No, I still haven't seen ours.
And there it is. There
Ghost Trick Jack Frost.
The cherries.
We saw Ghost Trick Jack Frost as well, so that tech has been revealed.
I think a lot of locals are going to see Jack Frost over the next few weeks, don't you?
Yeah. Bottomless. Bottomless trap hole. What a card. Tribute the drone. Take away the Helixes again. That's rough. That's super rough. And that's getting bottomless.
It's not what you want to see if your name is Ryan Millin. That is for sure.
No, absolutely not.
Ryan Levine now in a very good position.
Yeah, what? That's some great tech in bottomless trap hole.
Certainly is.
Ryan Millin, he's going to do nothing now.
He's going to set one and shuffle back one to keep his resort on board, just hoping that he gets another turn. Ryan Levine with the go through in hand as well.
Yeah.
He would need access to his decode talker.
Yeah, that's possibly going to get cherried though. Almost certainly going to get cherried.
Without a doubt.
So
Does Ryan Levine know he has cherries at this point? He has drawn the Jack
Yeah,
Frost.
I think he absolutely does.
The Frosty tech.
I think it's kind of irrelevant. He can play around it anyway, as long as he plays correctly in the way that he gets Proxy Dragon.
Well, there's the Max C that we saw in Ryan Millin's opening hand.
Gets ashed though. So let's see how Ryan Levine wants to do it here. Is he playing? Is he playing Link Spider?
He's playing one Link Spider.
Okay, he's gonna
attempting to
take out the back row
call
first.
the top of his deck.
that was a damn moment if I ever saw one. Ryan Levine putting Super Agent back in his hand, regretfully getting the wrong type of card on the top of his deck.
He's got Ryan Levine with a Mithra token. From seeing the Monarch format, it looks like.
Here's the Link Spider. Yeah, so this is what I was thinking. This is the correct way to play around Winter Cherries at this point, because he can go into Proxy Dragon underneath the Link Spider, so that if he does get Reapered, he isn't locked out of his extra deck zone, because that would be bad.
And sure enough, there it is.
So now he can happily go up to Decode Talker without any fear of being cherries. Yeah, so into Decode Talker now. I don't actually know what's gonna. Oh,
Ningirsu.
Well, that's a terrifying. Could be a terrifying back row. You never know. I guess we are in a reasonably comfortable game state right now.
Certainly are. Your name is Ryan Levine.
Yeah,
that
so
is
that
for sure.
scrap dragon-like effect. Just attack with Ningirsu. Ryan Millin draws Foolish Burial of Goods.
Use this most likely to send the rescue, I think.
Yeah. Or Assault, actually, if he's got, because he does have Master Plan in hand, doesn't he?
Ah, yes.
So you can send Assault instead.
find a way to get that master plan out of his hand and onto the field.
I don't think he does have master plan in hand. He's got Reaper. Yeah, he's just got Reaper and Ash.
Ah, maybe last game.
Yeah, that was last
hand.
game.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Still, if he draws that,
he's ready to go.
Yeah.
Super Agent. Another Foolish Burial. Good
Nice.
next turn for Ryan Millin. So he called it right this time.
Ryan Levine playing around evenly matched here, I think, by leaving that back row. Calls it. Wow. Actually,
I think that was just Ryan Levine.
That was Ryan Levine yelling, yeah. So Ryan Levine, our YCS Melbourne 2018 champion, he is visually excited about this.
He's quite excited.
Wow.
Ryan Levine has won YCS Ryan 2018.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Visibly very excited.
Yeah. Almost
excellent work for Ryan Millin making it this far, but Ryan Levine, the ultimate spy, the Jason Bourne of our competition.
Yeah, let's talk about it in our post-match discussion. So, we said it already. Yeah, Ryan Levine.
Ryan Levine.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the second time we got to see him on stream play a mirror match in SPYRAL. It just looked like he knew exactly what was going on.
He's a SPYRAL master. I think at this point
yeah,
Australia
absolutely.
at least.
Yeah. His master plan was to win the whole YCS.
He is the super agent.
Yeah.
There we go.
That was amazing. Well, actually before the match, Ryan Levine was saying how excited he was. He wanted to have an interview on the live stream. So yeah, that's going to be coming up very soon. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
See you soon.
No backing down. The heart of the cards is where magic is found. We've played this game before, but never quite this way. It's like an all-out war with monsters that obey. Yu-Gi-Oh! He's the king of games. Yu-Gi-Oh! King of games. Come on, where to turn now? The traps have been set. That one last surprise, hey, it ain't over yet. They've got the upper hand, but that won't last for long. It's time to take a stand and show that you're strong. Yu-Gi-Oh! He's the king of games. Yu-Gi-Oh! Hey! Egyptian secrets are revived. Ancient powers have survived. Wrong from right's not black and white. Friends will help to win the fight. Solve the puzzle's mystery. Unlock the hero's destiny. Now alter egos, no one knows. Side by side they fight their foes. Yes! It's time to duel. These dual identities, they struggle for control. Two personalities inhabiting one soul. It's not a match you're in. It's much more like a brawl. The only way to win, we gotta risk it all.
Hello and welcome back to YCS Melbourne 2018. I'm here with Ryan Levine.
Yes.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
You're the winner.
Thank you so much.
That's probably not sank in quite yet.
No.
My favourite thing to do for winners, this deck list that you handed in almost 2 days ago now, this is what won it.
Yeah.
This won the whole YCS. Tell us about it. What you got some pretty crazy choices.
So when the list came out that put Quick Fix and Drone to 1, I actually got third at YCS Dallas, which was with 3 Quick Fix and Machine Dupe and 3 Drone.
Yeah.
And they limited those, so I was like, okay, I guess I could take a new direction for the deck. So at YCS San Diego, I made a going second deck, which is SPYRAL Tough stands in as Drone, because Drone's at 1, so you can't play more than 1. So you play Tough, and Tough Agent does the same thing as Drone Agent. They just have to have a card. So you go second, you play a lot of hand traps. When the format was less defined, like for San Diego, it was like the week after a new list, so there's a lot of Pendulum, a lot of Trickstar, just not, I played Ogre instead of Reaper, but as you saw in the finals, I'm nominating Reaper, and Reaper, like it's insane.
Yeah. It was the same in Europe. We had a lot of people playing Ghost Ogre at London, and then we got to like Prague time around the same as San Diego, and people were starting to get the idea that Winter Cherries was actually much better.
Yeah, I think Ogre is a very good card against Pendulum, and then I think this is I think that this deck beats Pendulum. You don't need Ogre anymore. Like, I was very afraid of I need Ogre for Apex Avion or Omega, and then I evenly match them, but it's like you just beat them anyway. I think Pendulum's a very easy matchup now. I felt I got better at this deck, and I got more comfortable with the matchups. Yeah. So I thought the only real matchup I was afraid of was the Mirror, so more cards for the Mirror. But
I definitely think that the SPYRAL, just the engine in general, beats Pendulum Magicians if you can play it right.
Yeah, so the engine beats Pendulum. And then the funny thing about the other matchups like Trickstar, the SPYRAL engine, it's not Sleeper or Helix or Master Plan that beats Trickstar. It's that Trickstar can't beat a Gemini Elf. Like, when you summon Tough, they have to commit 2 to 3 cards to beat that Tough. It's really funny. Like, Helix never resolves because Trickstar is 10 engine cards and then 30 cards that say negate Helix.
Yep.
So Helix never resolves. You just have to play Tough Agent, and that's also what made this deck just better against the field, is that Tough and Agent covers so many rogue decks. Most rogue decks can't handle just 2 of their cards getting destroyed. Yeah. And then you make Helix. If they don't have a hand trap, you win. If they do, you've now traded for 3 of their cards, and they still have to kill Helix next turn.
Yeah, the spot removal that you have now with those 2 is really, really good. So tell us about the Jack Frost.
Jack Frost.
You got to tell us about this.
Okay, so my personal favorite format in Yu-Gi-Oh! Was Nekroz. I really like Nekroz.
Mine as well.
Nekroz, Burning Abyss, Shadal, Cliffort. I'll be generous and say Stellar Knight and the Ritual Beast. So in Nekroz, which was the first, was the first deck I saw a lot of success with. It was the first deck I really applied myself and tried to play and went to events. And you chose second when you played Nekroz. So you can Trishula your opponent. When you went first, you cleared your board, so you couldn't get Trishula'd. So I played some tournaments with this deck and did really well, and I realized I was calling second, and then some people were also playing similar lists, and they were calling second, and I was like, Tough is kind of like Nekroz of Trishula. Obviously not on the same power level, but it warps the format to where I had a Trickstar opponent in Top Cut choose second against me. And I was like, wow, he really doesn't want to get Trish. No, he doesn't want to get Tuffed. Yeah. And I was like, well, how did Nekroz function? Nekroz sustained itself because you could afford to clear your board because you had Valkyrus. And there is no searchable Valkyrus type thing. So the first idea I had was Scarecrow, where you Scarecrow them and then evenly match them. But I was like, well, that's a 2-card combo. That doesn't really do it. Then
that would have been fun to see.
Yeah, that is the combo. Scarecrow and the battle phase evenly matched. That's the combo.
Yeah,
but
that's a dream.
I decided that was not happening.
You've got to admit, you must have been testing at least once and got that off and thought, wow, this feels really good right now.
Yeah. But Jack Frost, I didn't. So on stream, I never resolved it. In Swiss, it did its job.
Did it win you some games?
Somebody droned it to me, and then 2 turns later, he was going for game and was like, the Snowman. And then he couldn't kill me, and then I Tough Agent in the next turn 1. I was like, yes,
that's so funny. What was his reaction when he put that on
when
top?
he droned me? it's always funny when you play stuff like that. Like SPYRAL especially is really weird because when you the existence of SPYRAL is you can sometimes see their tech cards before they play them, and then it kind of gets in your head sometimes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what he saw when he. I don't know what he was thinking when he saw Jack Frost. Maybe he just thought I was dumb. I don't know. Like that's what I would think if I didn't know any better. But the theory behind Jack Frost was they attack with sleeper. You Jack Frost it.
Yeah.
Basically anything in the deck can attack over a set sleeper. Yeah. So you pretty much scarecrow them and evenly match them all in one card. So
that's pretty strong.
That was why Jack Frost.
Yeah, and of course it was level 1 as well.
It was level 1,
works
yeah.
Nice
so
with Princess Sprite.
Oh yeah, you can make. Although you can't normal summon it, so you can only normal summon it if you control a Ghost Trick monster.
Yeah.
So I had to set it to send with Ningirsu.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But yeah, you can. If you play Dullahan, also Dullahan can add it back.
Yes.
I didn't. I should have. Not that it I played too many things for Reaper. I played Mechaba and Buster, and I don't need that. I should have just played Dullahan because you can make it with
Dullahan's actually really strong in general.
And then it's not bad in general, and then you can make it, and then link with it, and then add back Jack Frost also, and then you just don't really lose.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. See, when I last played Dullahan, we didn't have link mechanics, so
that's
even stronger now.
Yeah, it was a lot worse.
Just get Jack Frost back.
Yeah,
that's really good. So. After all this time, is there anything that you would change about this list? If you were to, you're gonna go back in time and talk to Ryan Levine on Friday and say to him,
no need, I guess.
Well, yeah, obviously there's no need. It's always a weird question to ask the winner that, but do you think anything would be changed?
I think the extra deck. I think
the Dullahan,
Buster and Mechaba. Oh yeah, I think Dullahan. Not specifically just for Jack Frost. I think it has well, kind of specifically for Jack Frost. That's some other things it can do. That was an interaction that I thought of. And then something else is you can put the Ghost Trick Angel of Mischief on it. So if randomly you need two level 1s to be 2,000 attack just to game them. Yeah. That's something. But I think it was I think I just picked the wrong Reaper cards. I think maybe those would be a Dullahan and then a different Reaper card. But I expected.
Did they just not come up at all?
I played one ABC. And then I played 10 SPYRAL, a couple Trickstar.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, it was mostly just the rogue Reaper target because your deck, as I explained, your deck kind of already beats them.
Yeah.
So.
Reaper's really just.
Reaper's just I think maybe two better extra deck cards, but that's about it. Everything else was great. The side deck was pretty good. Can't really complain there. The main deck was pretty good. Can't really complain. I played 41 because I was indecisive, and that's bad. But
that's usually the reason why
in this instance. I was going to say, well, to put it to 40, I was at 40 with 3 Evenly and 3 Reaper. And those are the only cards I was considering cutting. And I wanted the 3rd Foolish Burial Goods and Foolish Burial. And I decided I'll cut it to 41, take out an Evenly. Reaper's too good if I'm playing only SPYRAL. Something I didn't know until just recently is that this list is the main deck is 1 card different from the list that won Frog.
Yeah.
The only difference is instead of 2 big red, there's 1 big red, and then there's 2 rescue, and then the side deck is totally different because that's kind of if a deck list is really good, the main, but then the side deck is where I think most of the innovation.
Yeah.
Once a deck has been established, I think it's the side deck that really innovates, and there's not.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a pretty solved main. I don't think you can really make the main deck much stronger than this.
No,
and there aren't a whole lot of cards that really can come in and out. I think it's the side deck.
Yeah.
Those
per event as well. I think per event.
Per event for
because,
sure. Yeah.
Right now we're going to see this as it stands, and people are going to go home and they're going to be like, okay, this is what his side deck looks like. Let's make sure that we're prepared for that.
Yeah. So
it always changes.
Yeah. For those watching at home, when I was testing with friends for the couple of days before the event. Also, I want to say shout out to Jay Quincy. We stayed in the same hotel room this weekend, and we had an amazing match in top 8. And I was so glad that it was a great match and not just one of us bricks. I was so happy about that. We were just playing, and we kept finding ourselves in scenarios where nobody wanted to commit anything, or else you get Reapered, or you get Ash, or you get Gammed, and the other person just goes Tough Agent and then wins. And that's where all these trap cards come in, and the Jack Frost comes in, where when you're made to go first, you have actual traps. Bottomless was huge,
was phenomenal,
because it took Agent out of his graveyard, so he had to put Drone in his graveyard to shovel back with Resort, and then when Resort was gone, he had no more access to anything else. It was huge.
Yeah. Bottomless is great.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen
so
that
too.
in
Yeah.
any of the lists.
I lost to this at I lost to Floodgate Trap Hole at a tournament I played before coming here. Okay. And I was like, wow, that card's really good. Yeah. I'm going to put that in my deck for Melbourne, so thanks.
Thanks to that one
Yes.
person.
No, I'll let them know later.
Okay, so before we do our prize ceremony, is there anything else you'd like to say? Thank you to your home store.
Oh, I want to shout out Jay Quincy, Bowden Temnick. I'm only here because 2016 Toronto. I was in Toronto. I lost the Bowden top 4. Lost my passport. He let me stay in his hotel room because I was stuck in Canada for an extra night. We really vibed, and he invited me back, last year and here again. It's been great. My roommate Brandon Eldridge, who also came here with me, got his first YCS top. We played the same list. Very, very proud of that. And my hometown store, Island Games. Shout out to them. That's basically it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations once
Thank you.
again, and yeah, good luck in the future.
Yeah.
You now have a YCS title under your belt.
Yes, I do.
And for all you people at home, we're going to head over to the prize ceremony very soon, but if you're not going to join us for that, so from me and from Lockie Porters, thank you very much for joining us this weekend, and we'll see you at the next YCS in just a few weeks.